So decided I would do a little bit of a wrenching vid on my Losi, and I've got two little upgrades that I would like to do. One of them is, well, I'm only upgrading it because I found them online, these Losi aluminium shock body ends, or shock cap ends. So it's the bottom part of the shock, and normally on the stock Losi it comes with a plastic one. I'll show you the part now. And the other, well, so I don't really need to do it. I just thought, well, I saw them and I thought it would be nice to have, so I'm going to put those on. And the other thing that I'm going to be upgrading is I've got a Vertigo monster locker on my Losi. So basically it's a gear hub, and you can swap out different spurs without actually opening the diff up. So once your diff is set up and you're happy with that and you want to change out your spur, you don't have to then drain all the fluid and all that other ball ache. So at the moment I'm running a 56 tooth Vertigo spur, and I'm going to be changing it to a 57. The stock one that the car comes with is a 58, and then the spur, the pinion that I'm running with the spur is a 22. So after a bit of playing around and chatting to other guys online, Crucial RC, EV, SSV, Old Mike, and a couple other guys that I chat to quite regularly online, and we've all come to decide that the sweet spot for a 34 Losi, whether it's a 5B or a 5T, is a 2158. It's just the right amount of speed and torque. So the way I've been running mine with the 2256, yeah, it's been all right. But the 5722 would be very close to the 2158. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap it over and then we go for a test ride. So let's just have a look at those parts now. So here is the Vertigo gear, and you can see those holes over there is where it bolts up to the hub. There is the part number 101157 57 Losi 5 spur gear, and I'm just going to put up the chart from Vertigo, where they have the different spur and pinion combinations and which gear mesh inserts to use with each one. So I'll just put that up now. Right, so here's the Vertigo gear, and there you can see Vertigo 57, and yeah, so the little hub, I'll show you the hub now as well. The hub bolts on there and there, so that's quite nice. I kind of like their gear. Here is the part number 101157 57 Losi 5 spur gear, requires monster locker hub, which I have got. And here are the other parts that I'm going to put on. Now I don't necessarily need to change them, like I said, but they are alloy instead of just plastic ones. So here is the part number LOS 353007 lower shock cap. So yeah, so I'm going to stick those on, but most importantly a performance part is going to be this. So let's just have a look on the car. I'll show you that gear. Right, so there you can see the monster locker, and there you can see a nut and a nut. And with that, the insert combination, these inserts over here, you can, with that chart that I put up, you can match up quite a few different combinations. So there's the locker. So I'll just be taking out the diff, undoing those bolts and swapping it over, and then obviously the shocks. Then the shocks, I'll just be taking those off, and you just need to pull down that boot. Underneath the boot is the cap. So I'll remove my shocks all round, and I'm hoping that I'm not going to have to re-bleed them, but I don't think so. There are my nice alloy perches. Right, let's get on to doing some wrenching, less waffle, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so these are the front shocks that I've just taken off, and I have my Losi tool. So it should be pretty straightforward, eh? You just got to pull back these perches and get the spanner on there, and then you're good to go. So I reckon what I'll do is I will get one done, and then I won't bore you guys with the rest, but yeah, let's see how it goes. There we go, it's off. It's off. Now just to get that new one on. So what I didn't mention was I'm using a 45 weight shock oil, and then the springs that I'm using on there are the DDM Losi 5 springs, and the front is a 14.3 and the back is a 9.6. So there we go, look at that. No bleeding required. Goodbye plastic. Hello beautiful billet. Great, so that was actually super easy. I thought I might have to re-bleed the shocks to get them on, but it doesn't look like it. So there's the other front one. This is the one that I actually replaced. I replaced the shaft in it a couple weeks back. I snapped the shaft because of these. It couldn't pull out of the plastic, I guess. So with the upgrade, the IRP upgrade, but I'm not too bothered. It was only about $15 US, which is alright. Cool. So I'm going to get these back together. Here's the Losi. Check out my my official stand, the Lumberjack 2.0. Pretty cool, huh? Right, so there's the locking with the gear hub. So all I have to do is undo those. There you can see 56 teeth. So I just have to undo those there, and then the whole gear comes off, and then I'll put the other one on. I just recently did these. They are the IRC Ultra HD outdrives. Yeah, that looks good. So let's get that gear off. Okay, so I've got the stock one over there, which is the 58. Then I've got the 57 in the middle, and 56 right on the end. And you can definitely see a difference. Let's get those leveled up again. Yeah, you can see a bit of a difference. So obviously the 56 is on the right, the stock one, the 58, is on the left, and the new one that's going on is smack bang in the middle. So, and there's my diff. Haven't even opened it. Bolt the new gear on, put the tower back together, and off we go. So yeah, let me just get that on. I've just had a lovely cup of coffee delivered to me. Let's get that on and we can get it back in the car. Quick look at how good the fit is. I mean, it doesn't get a closer fit than that really. I mean, that's perfectly machined. Right, so got my tower back together. It's looking pretty good. New gear on. I just a couple months ago did new bearings on the tower as well. I just wanted to point out though, you've got to make sure that you get these little cams the right way. If that little guy is on the wrong way, when you apply the brakes, it doesn't happen. So you just got to make sure, if you are out there and you're going to be doing this, that when you put these cams back in, you're going to make sure that they do the job that they're supposed to. And it's opposite. So you've got to put them in opposite. It's a mistake I've made a few times. You get the whole thing in and everything is happy days, and one of the cams is in back to front and the brakes don't work. But yeah, so it's just a question of getting that back in the Losi, and then we head out for a test drive to see what the new spur is going to do. Cool. Okay, so I've got it all buttoned up and it's pretty good, but just the right amount of play. And so this is a 22 pinion, 57 spur and a 21 insert. Hope you guys enjoyed the little upgrade vid. The next one I'll take it out in the field and we'll give it a go. Remember to like if you like, don't like if you don't like, and subscribe, and we will catch you again later. Cheers.